Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Beanery's Sip and Share. I'm Patti.
I'm Logan.
I'm Bret.
Okay, I've got some guest stars with me today. So as you guys know, Logan, master roaster, head of production. Bret is our controller and in charge of the money. Both of these guys are avid, unflavored coffee drinkers.
Yep.
Bret drinks Beanery every day. Logan, what's your favorite?
Right now, Sumatra.
Ugh. See, I don't like Sumatra personally.
Oh, it's so good though.
No.
It's literally so
Yeah,
good.
No.
the
this
cup
year.
that you brought me the
It's
other day was
genuinely
fantastic.
so good this
Do
year.
we buy a washed Sumatra or an unwashed Sumatra? Do you know? You guys know?
I'm pretty sure it's washed.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
washed.
Yeah.
So what that means too, washed versus unwashed, is a washed bean goes through like a process where they like put it through water to remove the outside fruit of the coffee bean. Unwashed means that they lay it on a like sun patio to dry off, and then the stuff falls off that way. Did I say that correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just making sure it's actually live.
Okay. Yeah. Since you're usually in the
Okay,
other
it
room
is
watching
actually
us.
live. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. So when I went through bean school back in like 2007, we always said Sumatra was it you like the man in it, and it was how like dirty man is what they said, so you knew it was like an unwashed coffee. Isn't that weird? Like a weird way to remember that.
Yeah.
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 That's
He
really
just goes, yeah.
That's really
Yeah, it's
weird.
real weird.
Morning Bill. Yeah, I remember just going like, that's just kind of odd. And then there was like different phrases we had to remember. Like Beanery was like caca, which is really weird because it was like Colombian, African, Central American. Those are like the coffees that were in Beanery and how we remembered it. And I don't even know if those coffees are still in Beanery.
No.
But yeah, so that's
Nope.
my bean school knowledge from like 2007 for you guys of the things that I've learned about our varietal coffee.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't teach that stuff anymore.
Morning, Deborah. Nice to see you guys today. Well, and so like obviously we're famous for our flavored coffee, but I wanted us to highlight our unflavored coffee today, or what we refer to as right roast coffee, because it is absolutely delicious. And you know, because you roast it, right?
Well, most of it.
Most of it.
Yeah.
And you guys both like Sumatra the best.
Right now, yeah.
So I decided that I was going to try to trick them today and brew 6 different coffees and see if they know what they are. And
There's 5.
oh, am I missing one?
Is one still out at the brewer?
Yeah, I'm missing one. Hold on a second. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Does not surprise me that she miscounted.
No, not
No,
even
no.
in the slightest. That's when I looked down and there's just 5.
Oh, no.
Also, my allergies are horrible today, so if this doesn't go well, I'm blaming that.
I forgot to brew start, so it's brewing right now, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, we'll get started with the ones that we have then, and then we'll see if the guys know what they are. Good morning, Patti. Nice to see you guys today. So I do not know what these coffees are either, to be fair. So
You just looked at them before
I looked
the stream.
I looked at one of them and then I moved them around.
She looked at them. Don't let
Oh,
her
you're trying
kid
them
you.
too?
Yeah.
There we
Of
go.
course. And I better do it like this because I wrote the name on the bottom of it. So
Yeah,
I don't want to
I
get
I
was about to say,
instinctively
I was
saw my
already-
eyes go to the bottom.
Yeah.
I was like, can I sneak a look?
Yeah, you might want to.
Competitive advantage.
I know, right? Smell. There should be a prize for this. Smell it first and see if you know what it is from smelling it. And I know your allergies are terrible.
I can't smell anything.
Yeah. So we brew here. We roast coffees that are blends, like our Beanery, right? So blend of coffees from different areas and regions. Our breakfast would be one of them, Beanery one of them. And then we have ones that are like straight varietals or origin coffees. Some that are from one farm or one region.
So are these all origins or is there blends too?
So there are 2 blends and 4 origins.
Wow.
See, now, yeah, yeah, the blends are going to be hard.
Yeah, I might as well throw it out the window.
Interesting. Okay, so do we think this one's dark? Do we think this one's medium?
It's light or medium. I just think it has Brazil in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What makes you think it has Brazil in it? Like that hint of acid a little bit to it? Or brightness?
I don't think it's acid. I think it's body.
Mm.
let's see.
Okay.
It
If it has
tastes like
Brazil-
Brazil to me.
I was thinking it had Brazil in it too, and it's like
Oh,
there's only
beanery blend,
there's
Patty,
only
nice.
there's only a few coffees that we have.
Yeah, I think
Brazil in.
it's
Yeah.
like breakfast would be the only one.
Okay, well, you are correct. It is breakfast blend.
Nice
Yeah.
choice.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
It just tastes
I
like
knew it.
Brazil.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked that question. I was like, this is not a straight coffee. This is a
No.
blend for sure.
No.
Yeah.
So what's
yeah.
fun about breakfast though is that we used to do a blend of 80% light roast and 20% dark roast and actually blend those two together. Way back in the day, that's how we
Yeah.
used to make it.
Yep.
And then I think when you came along and became the roaster, you're like, how about we just roast it to this level and not mix beans? That's weird.
Well, it just is so much effort, and it doesn't affect like the way it tasted at all. Like it still tastes like a darker roast without actually being darker.
Okay. All right, you ready for the next one? Here we go.
Drink number 2.
I know, right? And I know, so Patty's drinking a beanery blend. Did the rest of you guys like any unflavored? I know Deborah's tried the Hawaiian before. Deborah's drinking beanery blend too. Nice. So
Solid.
fun
It is a
fact,
solid choice. I'm just
even
saying.
though the beanery blend is our house coffee, it's a little bit too acidic for me. I don't personally
It
care
You know
is-
for
who
it.
else drank Beanery Blend every day?
Joanne and Julius.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a very
the founders. Yeah.
It's a unique coffee to have. It's like your regular one. Most companies do like a Brazil-based something.
Okay. Smell it. See what you think. See, no.
That's more acid. This is good. This might be Kenya,
Okay, Kenya's not on the lineup because I
Oh.
brewed what we had up front.
or maybe
And K-cups.
Ethiopian. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking probably Ethio. But I haven't really tried that new one that we got now that it's the
Mhm.
same Jurgen chef, but it's the natural, not the washed.
Mhm.
I haven't really tried
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
it tastes very acidic.
Yeah. So
I'm
this one.
sticking with my Ethiopian though.
So what's kind of interesting too is how the coffee can change from crop to crop, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
sometimes it tastes like. So I would not have guessed that this is Sumatra, you guys' favorite,
Is it?
but it is.
It doesn't
Sumatra.
taste the same as the Sumatra
Yeah.
we had just the other day.
It's not as dark. Yeah. And that's what's interesting because sometimes
Love
we'll
it.
get people who will reach out and be like, this doesn't taste the way that it tasted the last time. And that's just the crop varieties. You know, sometimes more rain, less rain, it can really affect the flavor and the taste of the coffee. And the
Well,
crop.
and one of the other things too is you got to be careful with the specialty coffees just because there is a scarcity,
Yeah.
right? It's not
Mhm.
like they're producing, enough for everybody to use that kind of coffee.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we gotta make sure that we keep ours in stock because a substitute is never fun.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the one coffee though that we can always guarantee for the most part is Jamaican, right?
How did you brew this too?
So this was actually Jessica brewed it this morning and probably just auto drip.
Because the other day when I brew out of a 12-cup pot, I like to use 3.5 ounces.
So you
Oh,
use
so you
more
did
This
this
is
coffee.
stronger.
probably brewed at 2.5
Yeah,
ounces,
you
which
brewed
would make
stronger.
it more
Yeah.
acidic.
Deborah drinks a lot of it, and she makes beanery blend and caramel vanilla latte today. Delicious.
It's funny. My brother, every time I see him, he wants me to bring him over Sumatra. He
It's
loves
still
it.
so
Oh, really?
good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bill says he's tried everything that comes in pods. Bill, have you tried the 0 to 60 or like the Hawaiian or Kona or Hawaiian or Jamaican? Out of curiosity, I know Deborah's tried the Hawaiian.
The
But
Hawaiian's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, really good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's try this one. Take that one and see if we can figure out what this one is. I know it's crazy with all the allergies in the air, which I probably didn't help by bringing in my beautiful peonies that I grew in my garden.
Probably not.
No.
This one just tastes like chocolatey. And
I wonder if this one, I don't know, this one's got a bit of acid to it too.
yeah, but it's real
Mhm.
balanced.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What
Do you like the Hawaiian and the Jamaican, Bill?
It's probably Hawaiian or Jamaican. I just don't know which one.
See, this one has got a lot of acid to me, so I think it's beanery. But I was wrong. It's Guatemalan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, usually the Guati has more of an earthy taste.
Mhm.
I see.
That I
The
was
problem
looking
is
for.
when I brew coffee, I brew it like with a very different amount of coffee.
And that was brewed from a K-cup.
Yeah.
Oh, from a K-cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Let's try some more.
Because usually Guat is like
Mhm.
way more earthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Kona is so good. So we were going to go. So next year is our 50th anniversary. And I get to plan the conventions, and that's when we get together with our franchisees and, you know, meet up somewhere and, you know, give them a learning lesson, fun. We were going to go to Hawaii and chase the coffee in Kona, but getting there is kind of just ridiculous. Like for Michigan,
Yeah, the flights and
It's
everything.
it's not
insane.
cheap. That's
no,
for sure.
it's like a 6-hour flight from here to LA and then another 3 or 4 hours to Kona.
Mhm.
And I don't like to fly.
Oh, really?
What? So if there's like a long flight involved, I'm going to pick the opposite option if I can.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, so what we did choose to do is we're going to go to Jamaica, which is, you know, Jamaican Blue Mountains or whatever, right?
Yep.
But it is a 2.5-hour drive into the mountains, twisty mountains. I'm going to be...
Wait, I thought it was shorter than that.
No, it is 2.5 hours from our resort to the Blue Mountain National Park to go to the farm that we're going to. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Well, you weren't in my bus last year when we were in Costa Rica winding up.
Oh, we had a great
trails.
time in our bus. Our bus was great. We had a ton of fun.
I was nauseous.
We were all taking shots. You know?
No, you were not. I was on my bus saying, "Who needs a Xanax or a nausea pill?" Passing out drugs, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
I was not having
Patty's
it.
not coming back. She's in a Costa Rican jail.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah. I guess it's one of those things you got to figure out if you. Some of the things are you allowed to bring to the different countries. Yeah, Jamaica should be interesting because you know, that's where like our most expensive coffee comes from. So I'm excited to go and see. And we're going to like the James Dennis Coffee House. So it's kind of like a hut where
Okay.
they roast coffee and then they like grind it up, I think, like immediately and then like serve it to you. So
I'm sure it'll
that should
be
be
good.
interesting. Yeah.
Like I was saying, when we get those beans in, even like the raw green, it just looks so perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm. This one tastes really green to me, actually.
I saw what it was, so I can't comment.
Okay. Bret, thoughts?
Oh man. I don't know. I'm not any good at this.
I know, right?
I am no good at this.
Well, you drink the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And this is what you drink every day.
I was saying, it tasted familiar.
Oh, that's kind of fun. My dad is like that. He's just like, coffee is coffee, and it just tastes like the way that it tastes.
Yeah, the Lamanita and Gladiola are pretty good
Hold on a
this year.
second. Let me compare.
Yeah.
You got
try that.
Gladiola right, Bill.
Now, unless you just refilled
Yeah, this one's getting colder though, so it doesn't taste the
unless
same.
you
Yeah.
just refilled your cup too. So there's 2 different pots that we brewed today.
Oh yeah.
So, and it is just interesting how there can be like slight variations. Yeah.
This one is confusing. It's fruity.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, it's really good though.
Mm-hmm. Really good. I like this one.
This is very confusing to me.
Okay. You want to guess or you want me to tell you what it is?
Is it one of the Costa Ricans?
I did not brew a Costa Rican today.
You didn't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So you
Yeah.
got 3 of them. You didn't brew one.
Yeah.
Well, I know I was going to. Yeah, Bill, we did that Gladiola last week as cold brew, and that was so good. Branson and I finished
Oh,
that
you guys
off
made it as a
yesterday.
cold brew?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we used the Aldi cold brew maker, and I'm going to make some more.
I remember when we first made our first batch of cold brew, I was so surprised how different
Yeah.
the same coffee tasted being brewed as a
Yeah.
cold brew.
It's crazy, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You can just get like a little bit more of those like flavor oils, and then it just kind of just cuts out any acidity at all.
Oh, yeah.
I know our friends today are all hot coffee drinkers, but you know.
Yeah, I have no idea what
Yeah.
this is.
So Deborah said not a big fan of the Jamaican. And she's happy because you know can't afford both it and the Kona. That's fair. So this is the Hawaiian Kona.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, now keep chatting for a second while I go grab the last one that I forgot.
Oh,
to,
yeah. There's
that I
one
forgot to
more.
brew.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of ruined what it is now.
Well, I don't think it's
Because it's a Jamaican.
It's
Yeah.
the only one that's left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this Kona's super fruity.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
That's a
haven't
good
had
one.
it in a while.
Well, I think honestly too, the small batch roasting on the straights just lets us control it so much
Mhm.
more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for
than
whatever
the-
reason, we call our
than the
unflavored
large
coffee
batch.
straights.
Yeah.
And we've always done it. I
Yep.
don't know why.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, for whatever reason, that's what we do.
It's just our lingo, I guess.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, sometimes, like, how we came up with things that we do. But that's been years.
Yeah, they came up with that in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, cold coffee is awesome. I should have made our espresso perfecto too. That one's good. I love our espresso brewed as coffee.
Oh yeah, that is a really good brewed coffee.
Oh, the smoothness in this. Like, obviously, I'm drinking everything black today, but I usually put a lot of cream in everything.
Yeah, but you would never put cream in this.
I don't know.
Why would you
man.
destroy this with cream?
So, if you can tell by the way how much they love this is a Jamaican Blue Mountain.
It's good. It's for me though, it's just almost like too mellow and smooth.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I like the Sumatra so much, because it is like,
Yeah.
it's got a lot going on. This is like,
Patty told me to quit cheating reading the bottom of the cup. I gotta mess with them somehow.
Thank you for
Patty.
calling
I
her
gotta
out.
have it. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
They call me out on the daily, okay? I can get away with nothing with these guys.
I mean, she looked at him before the stream. She already knew.
I mean, maybe I
She
did,
already
maybe I
cheated and then
didn't.
tried
She
to
was
play it
trying.
off.
She was trying to gaslight us, but you know.
Now, I'm really good at guessing flavors, but varietals not so much. Not so much. And again, they do change. Like we just found out, or I just found out today that our flavored coffee, we're using like a slightly different bean that's a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
which,
Yep.
you know, I mean, that just
Yeah,
happens.
customer
crap to
noticed
crap.
it, which I was surprised. I was
Yeah.
quite impressed with the
Yeah.
customer that
Yeah,
noticed
me
it.
She
too.
noticed it,
Yeah.
but said it tasted the same and it was still delicious.
Yeah, we had to get
So, yeah.
like I was saying, scarcities.
Yeah.
There was just they ran out there was no coffee from that
Yeah.
country anymore
Yeah.
for us to buy.
Yeah.
And we tested a few and found a really good substitute that worked perfect.
Yeah.
And now it's back in as of Friday with the regular shipment comes
Oh,
back
really?
in. Yeah,
Okay.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, we just ran out for,
Yeah.
it was Central America and they just don't produce nearly as much as some
Mhm.
other countries.
Yeah.
And so there's only an X amount of bags that you can get.
Is Brazil still the number one producing
Yeah.
coffee country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By a lot.
And their crops are good this year, as far as we know. And do we buy a lot of Brazil?
Not
No,
that
not a
much.
lot, but we do go through
do
a little
buy
bit. Yep,
some,
but
yeah.
we don't
Okay.
buy a lot of it. But they just produce such a large amount
Mhm.
that it helps obviously control the market. They had a drought, but
Yeah.
it's not the worst one they've had. So
yeah, because like it's not like you can just like water your coffee crops when you're in the mountains like
Yeah.
that. Like, how do you know?
Well, Brazil isn't as much of mountains. Brazil, they actually use machines and stuff to pick it.
because
and do
they're
it.
all
Yeah.
low growing, but
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
also be considered low quality, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, one of our options for our convention was Puerto Rico. And I know you were like, they don't have as good of quality coffee as Jamaica. So, because it's all like lower coffee, right?
Mhm.
I know some people really like it, but we don't have a Puerto Rican coffee here. I don't think we've ever had a Puerto Rican coffee
not that
here.
I know,
No.
but
That I've never
unless it was
had. I've never
before our
had
time.
Have you ever had coffee from Puerto Rico, either of you?
Nope.
No. I guess we should try it rather than, say we don't know if it's good or not.
Oh, it's pretty easy to tell by elevation. You
Yeah.
have to have some elevation to grow good coffee, but
It's going to be really interesting when we go to Jamaica and see, like, because I mean, we're going from the sea
Yeah.
and going up into the mountains and like high up into the mountains. And it's
Yeah, because the Blue Mountain, I don't remember the height that it's grown at, but
it's high.
I want to say it's like above 1,200 meters.
And the way it's
Yeah.
always been described to me is like they're like literally rappelling off of ropes to pick some of this coffee. Like when we went to Costa
You never
Rica
know.
to see I mean, it is though. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, how do they get down there? Like, okay, so
well,
at one
they don't
point,
even use ropes. We would have to use ropes.
Well,
but
okay,
they
so
don't.
when we were in Costa Rica, they stopped us to look at a waterfall. And stupid Houston, I'm saying stupid Houston,
That's
because
rude.
there's a reason why women live longer than men, okay? And it's because he was like hanging off the side of the mountain to like take a picture.
That is such an
No,
that's so dramatic.
you guys, Lori
I was
holding
holding him
off.
over the side of the mountain
If
to
you
get
had
him.
to
I was saying,
hold
I wasn't
him.
there, so I didn't do it.
If you had to
He
hold
wasn't
him, it was
leaning
not
out
safe.
and grabbing onto. I was holding him
Okay.
over the side of the
And
mountain.
if we had to hold someone who's hanging out at the side of the mountain, that
He's
tells us
not
it's
gonna let his
safe.
I wasn't gonna
fall.
let him go. We're good.
Yeah.
I had confidence in my abilities.
Your mother came over freaking out saying, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
When we got within 2 feet of the edge, she was already screaming.
Do I have to say any more? I mean, do I even have to say another word?
What? He was leaning and I had him.
Oh my God.
It would have
Again,
been nice if we would have had a rope and we could have leaned out
No.
further.
Yeah.
but my
better
point
pictures.
is like right below where he was leaning, which was a sheer cliff, there's coffee plants. And I'm like, how is someone picking that? Like, for real, how is someone picking that?
And you thought we were doing dangerous stuff.
Well, these guys are clearly trained or so. I don't know, you know.
I think
Right,
they just
yeah.
grow up there.
But then we go back
Yeah.
to the cost of coffee, right? People are like, oh, coffee should cost, 5 cents a cup or whatever. And I'm like, did you hang off of a mountain to get your
Right.
coffee today?
Exactly.
Because to me, it's worth a lot. When you go to the coffee producing areas and you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. Not a fan. And even when we were in San Juan, like the lower areas, like everywhere you looked, there were coffee plants, just like everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Bill said he had huckleberry and lime margarita this morning. So 2 different cups. Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh.
I haven't had the huckleberry in a minute. I don't think we've released. You know what? I'm going to tell them right now what our next box is.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Well, I'm going to put it on the VIP page today anyways. So
I don't condone this, Lori, just so if you in case you're watching.
I could. Let's tell them the next 6 months. Let's get it going.
I
here.
could. What's today?
Let's release this next 6
Yeah,
months.
today's the 4th. I
What
can
are we
tell them what
worried
the
about?
next coffee of the month box is. So this box last year in July, I went to Mackinac Island. And what is Mackinac Island famous for?
Fudge.
Okay, very good. Horses, all the good things. And so I'm like, this would be really cool if we did a Mackinac Island fudge box. But I don't know if we're calling it this fudge shop or Mackinac Island fudge.
I think it's Fudge Shop.
I tried to reach out to the fudge companies. Like I reached out to 3 or 4 different ones to see if they wanted to collab. Like, hey, do you guys want to put your name on this?
Yeah.
Nobody responded. I know. All the big ones, I'm like, hey.
They're getting ready for tourist season.
Yeah,
I know.
they're too busy
Yeah.
worried about other
Oh, no,
stuff.
this
Yeah.
was last year at the end of tourist season that I
Oh.
reached out to them to see if they wanted to collab. And they did not reply. So sorry, guys, but I'm excited about the flavors in this box. I think they're going to be fun. Who doesn't love Mackinac Island fudge?
There's definitely a pistachios in there.
I'm not telling you. Yeah.
1000% has to be.
Why are you giving away secrets? How do we
I
even
didn't
know?
give away anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know
How do
what's
we
in
even
it.
know?
I don't even know
I can't
what's
say
in it.
anything because I made all the item numbers, so I know exactly what all the flavors
I
are.
have no idea what they are.
We have some fun boxes coming up. And then this weekend I was reading a book and I'm like, all of a sudden, like there's something that happened in the book and I'm like, and I came up with 4 flavors for the box and I emailed myself so I wouldn't forget the 4 flavors I came up with. So that
for
might
this
be.
for this.
No, it'll be
oh,
for 20 because I already have 2025.
yeah, done.
It'll
Right.
be for 2026 because I'm still working on 2026 flavors.
Yeah, but that's funny
Yeah.
because you never know when an idea is gonna hit you, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't
yeah.
forget it because I'll tell you what, I don't remember things like I used to. So I need to. Oh, Deborah says it sounds good, and Patty says she missed the boxes. The boxes miss you too, Patty. And Bill says it sounds cool. I just put coffee on myself. I know, genius that I am. Genius. I know. All right, did you guys have any favorites from these coffees?
Sumatra.
I thought it had too much acid in it for me. It wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to.
I don't know what was up with that Kona, but that Kona was fantastic today.
It was fruity.
Yeah, that was
super
really
fruity.
good.
Yeah. It's interesting how you can pick up different. And were you with us when we were at the Coffee Fest in Atlanta? We did a cupping there, and it was really interesting because the guy made everybody go around the room and like, what do you taste? What do you taste? And for whatever reason, I always went first, and then everybody would kind of like, oh yeah, that's what I taste too. And then it was interesting though because the guy was like, it's subjective. It's like you might taste something different than you taste, and what you taste and what you taste. It kind of just like.
I just remember when we got that decaf Brazil in.
Yeah.
I was just surprised at the decaf. To me, it was so chocolatey.
Yeah,
I couldn't
super
believe it. I
chocolatey.
couldn't believe it. I was like,
Yeah.
for a decaf, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the different flavor notes.
Yeah,
Like
that
the
stuff's
Kenyan is
good.
really fruity and bright. The Costa Rican Lamanita is chocolatey and
Well, then it also depends how you brew it too. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I brew with more coffee and it changes what
Yeah.
it tastes like completely.
Do you brew it with more coffee because it makes it stronger or to change the flavor?
It's because it's correct.
Wow.
It's
He's a purist.
Just so you guys know, you're wrong and he is right.
no,
He's a
it's
purist.
I'm
so
saying you're strong.
the SCAA. They've done like they've spent a lot of money on what the correct ratio is.
Okay.
It's 1 gram of coffee to 17 grams of water.
Can you like put that in like the metric
Yeah.
system? Are we imperial? We're imperial, right?
No,
Cups?
Yeah.
Tablespoons?
everyone has a scale. It just
No, not everybody has a scale. Do you guys have scales?
Everyone has a
No.
kitchen scale.
No, they don't.
Well,
they don't.
I'm just never a big
one.
fan of giving
Yeah.
me a weight amount for a
Yeah.
volume.
I don't know.
item.
I do about like 3.5 ounces for a 12-cup pot.
Mm.
And really, you're supposed to do even more than that. You're supposed to do like
See,
around
I do
4.25.
I do 1 tablespoon. So like I have my 12-cup coffee maker, which we know it's not really a cup. It's like 5 ounces, right? And a coffee pot, isn't
It's
it? Just
6. Yeah.
6. Okay. So I do 1 tablespoon per 1 cup, but I stop at 10, even if I'm going to 12, because it usually goes over if I go higher
Oh
than
yeah,
10.
yeah.
Yeah. So 10 tablespoons no matter what. 10 to 12. Or like if I'm doing 10 to 12 cups. Or are you looking like I'm
It's
crazy?
not enough.
It's not enough.
Listen.
That just seems like a lot.
People like my coffee. Oh, look. 2 girls don't have scales. Weird.
I don't believe it.
They're telling you they don't.
Even I have a scale. I'm a
I was
guy.
about to say I don't think I have a
Yeah.
kitchen
There's
scale.
probably a scale buried somewhere that you bought at one point.
No, not everybody
mean,
has
there
Do
might
you
scales.
have a
be.
kitchen scale?
I do, but
Yeah, exactly.
but
exactly.
I bought it because it was on clearance and it was pretty. I don't actually use it. It just like matches my
Oh, there
kitchen.
you go. It's on clearance, so I
Yeah.
saved money, or I
Yeah.
could have just not spent
That's
that
called
money at
girl
all.
math, actually.
Well, I have
and
a-
if yeah,
I'll
I
tell
have a
you.
scale just for coffee. Okay.
yeah. I have a scale upstairs for like my Poshmark packages, right? Because
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to weigh those, and then I have my pretty one downstairs that it's like. But to me, like I don't know, like I'll put something in it, and I'm like, I don't know, like when you're trying to like food portion, you know,
Oh yeah.
and then it'll say 2 ounces of pasta, but I'm like cooked or uncooked, like what
It's a
is
big
it?
difference.
You know, yeah, you know.
It is a big
I don't know.
difference.
See,
Yeah.
Bill has one. Why is it the guys have scales?
All right, we've got 2
Precision
no's
and accuracy.
and 1 yes, yeah.
Well, you have one too, so that's 2 on my
I have
side.
2 actually.
Yeah, there we go. So
Not
three's-
only one.
Now it's
I have
3 to
2.
3. It's all tied.
Yeah.
But I don't use it for brewing coffee.
You
But
could.
okay, so go back. You said 1 gram of coffee to 17 grams of water.
Oh, see, and I'm like a heathen. I just looks good.
Oh, you don't even measure it. Interesting. Yeah.
No.
For a while too, like we always said that like one of our like samplers makes a full pot, but you know,
It's
to
a
me,
half pot.
yeah, to
Yeah.
me, it's just like
No,
you got to
it's-
go by
it's
the
not.
tablespoons,
Yeah.
or you're gonna have a
Yeah.
watered down cup of coffee.
Yeah, if your coffee pot is overflowing, you're probably grinding it too fine.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, that's probably true
Do you-
too. Yeah.
Do you buy whole bean and grind at home?
No,
You
no,
get-
I buy
you
by
buy
auto,
here?
and I have like a cheap like Mr. Coffee, like Black and Decker kind of thing too. So
Oh, yeah. That's not
Yeah.
good.
yeah. Well, I think my coffee's just fine. Yeah. Deborah says to Bill, it's a guy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to
It must
measure
be.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, measure twice.
Everyone
cut
I know
once.
that's a guy has a scale.
Except for Bret.
Yeah, I don't have a scale.
Well,
What do I need a kitchen scale for? You don't
Yeah.
measure food and ingredients with scales. You measure it with love.
Seasoning, measure with love. Let
No,
your heart
that's
tell you what
serious.
to put in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, my brother was a chef. Like
Mhm.
we don't measure stuff. We
No.
just cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Sometimes
just
you're
cook.
like, oh, maybe I cooked too much. Too
Hey,
much
all the
seasoning?
kids' friends love my cooking, so I think I'm doing something right. They all just
Fair.
rant and rave about how good it is every time they come
That's
over.
fair. That's fair. What's your best meal?
Best meal?
Yeah. Do you even cook?
sometimes.
What do you cook? What's your best meal?
Alfredo with hot
Mm.
sausage.
Homemade Alfredo?
Yeah.
Don't you tell me it's jarred.
No,
No.
it's not jarred.
Well, making
It
Alfredo
takes
sauce-
2 seconds
Yeah,
to make
it's so
Alfredo
easy.
sauce.
You say
It's
that, but
so
some people
easy.
just can't do it. Like some people just can't cook.
It's literally
I don't know. My
Heavy
kids
whipping
love.
cream
My
and
kids love
Parmesan.
just when I get the grill out. But I mean, I cook up a lot of stuff.
There would be some garlic in that. Don't just say it's just heavy whipped cream and Parmesan.
well,
There's
I
garlic
cook
in
the
there.
sausage in the pan before I make the sauce. So the hot sausage has enough spices and everything that it makes the sauce
You
taste
need
good.
more garlic.
I'm telling you, I don't. Eric thought the same thing, but
I'm telling you
don't.
without tasting it, you need more garlic. And
I will make it for you
Okay,
and prove you
okay,
wrong.
That's fine. That's fine. I owe everybody some
Ask
blueberry
Branson.
muffins.
Yeah,
All right.
ask Branson. That's good.
I don't trust you guys' palates. They're flawed.
They're flawed.
They're flawed. They're messed up. Ooh, the best Alfredo.
Yeah, it's so easy
Mm.
and good.
I love
love it.
Alfredo.
Yeah, Alfredo sauce. is
It's a
great.
problem. I cooked it like every day for like a month straight for me and
Oh.
Branson.
Yeah,
It was
nothing
bad.
like that fattening Alfredo sauce.
And I was putting chorizo in it too.
Ooh,
It was
yes.
so
I
bad.
like my guilty pleasure is ordering Olive Garden breadsticks with the Alfredo sauce to dip it in. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like that. Do you like Olive Garden Alfredo? No,
No,
not good enough.
no,
I think
definitely
it's
not good enough.
Oh, I think it's good. What else do you think is underrated? Like, you guys don't like Chick-fil-A very much, do you?
Not really.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, it's just fast food.
I love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is so good.
I would say I like Zaxby's.
We don't have
And
any here,
I like Raising Cane's way more.
which we don't have any here either.
No.
There's one
No.
in Lansing, but
Yeah,
it's too far.
that's
to
like
go
45
to.
minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm driving 45 minutes that way, I'm going like to one of their like yummy restaurants.
Yeah, but Zaxby's, if it's fresh, is so good.
And that's
it's
chicken
like the,
too, right?
Yeah, it's the best fast food chicken.
Have you ever had
I've had.
Bojangles?
No.
That's more like a Carolinas kind
It's
of
like
thing, I
down
think.
south, right?
Yeah. They do like hot chicken on a biscuit, like spicy chicken sandwiches on a biscuit with like sweet tea. Oh, good.
Sweet
Yeah.
tea.
Oh, good. My favorite thing though is redneck nachos. There's a place called the Barbecue House in Myrtle Beach, and they make their own like potato chips. They throw on pulled pork, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, jalapenos, just those, yeah, and then throw it all together and call it redneck nachos. I will eat my weight in those.
See, when I go out, I just go get like a tomahawk steak, and I'll spend $200 on a steak.
No.
That's bad.
And then, like, if I'm on the East Coast, it's seafood. It's seafood every
Oh,
meal.
yeah.
3 meals
Well, it's
a
because
day.
it's so fresh.
Yeah, right.
So fresh.
Oh
3
yeah,
meals a
I mean,
day.
you see, I
Yeah.
eat raw tuna for every meal if we're on the ocean.
He made us eat
Really?
raw tuna when we were in Key
It's
West.
so good.
We had raw tuna nachos,
Yeah,
and Lori and I were like trying to like eat it, and like
it was so good.
like it,
They didn't
and it
like
was
it.
like,
I had this
no,
massive
no.
plate of nachos. It was so
That's
good.
funny, Patty, because Lori says Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A.
and we laugh because one of their great friends, his dad is like an owner. Or they call them owners or managing partners at
They're
Chick-fil-A.
not really. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, they've got a really interesting system and like a long
It's
waiting
like a-
process to open.
A manager that they plant into
Yeah.
a store, but they don't own anything.
Yeah, but I think they do. But it doesn't Chick-fil-A, because doesn't Chick-fil-A like, if I could be reading this wrong or remembering this wrong, but I thought that they like did most of the building cost and then they got 60% of the sales.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And then the operator gets the other bit, but I don't know. I could be saying that wrong.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Let's see. Deborah says ours is similar to Olive Garden's, only better. It makes it 2 gallons at a time. Nice. I like that. I want 2 gallons of Alfredo.
That would cost so much. Heavy
I
whipping
know.
cream's so expensive.
Yeah, I want to know how much heavy
Heavy
whipping cream you
whipping
puts into
cream.
that. That's a
Oh,
lot.
it's so
That's the
expensive.
expensive part. Get
Yeah.
the real good cheese. That's the expensive part.
Yeah.
Well,
Parmesan,
yeah.
no.
I mean, I do, but like a little thing of heavy whipping cream at Kroger is like $6 or $7.
Well, first of all, you have to go to Aldi
I
where
know.
you can get
Oh
a
my
half thing of
gosh,
it
you
for like
and your Aldi.
$5.
I know.
I love Aldi.
That's where I go because
I'm
I can't
telling you.
stand spending that much on this little amount.
I go to the little small family-owned grocery store in my little small country town because I support local.
Okay.
Yeah,
I go to both
okay.
as well, but I'm telling you, like, okay, so we went to Aldi, right? We spent $190, got tons of groceries, and then my son, who's home from college and costing me a dime, I think I say this every single week because I'm going to keep saying it till he goes back and they can feed him. He was like, "Oh, I need
You're
food for
paying
my
for that, too.
lunches." What's that?
I said you're paying for that too.
I know,
Food
right?
plan.
Kill me now.
I
Kill
remember
me.
college.
He has a
Yeah.
job.
He hasn't gotten paid yet. He's worked for like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's like the way the schedule thing is. So like, yeah. So anyways, I took him to buy like lunch stuff, and it was like he wanted one of those like Rouse meals that was like chicken Alfredo,
Mhm.
and I was like, that's $8 for that. But anyway, so what I was trying to tell him when we were shopping was like, my God, at Aldi, this is half the price. Like we bought a thing of Philadelphia cream cheese. It was
Yeah.
$4.49. I'm like, at Aldi, it's $1.89. You know, like, you know, and then trying to make him realize too, like, hey, like, you know, things cost money, and you know,
I only go to Aldi now. I don't
Right.
shop anywhere else.
I don't know how people can afford not to shop at Aldi sometimes, right? Like, I'm not trying to spend $400 at Kroger or Meijer on my groceries,
No, it's insane.
right? I'm not trying to do it. However, I will say that there are some things that you cannot get at
Yeah.
Aldi, and there
Yeah,
are a lot of things that
that
you
is very
cannot get.
true.
So yeah, I don't know what BLS is. Does that say BLS?
Yeah, something.
or biz?
BLs.
We get ours at Gordon's. Okay, nice. I like Gordon's. I haven't been there in a while. I just go there to get the trays of frozen sugar cookies to make every now and then, because then you can just pop them out of your freezer and make those. I know, guys. I wasn't meant to be skinny. I like
That's
food
funny.
way too
I will
much.
never be a skinny person.
No.
After watching all the food videos, you're like, yeah, I can make all that.
Well,
Right?
we
I know.
worked
Well,
in
now I
restaurants.
want to make Alfredo.
You know?
I'm hungry.
When
It's
you work in
almost
a restaurant,
lunchtime.
you know how to cook for yourself. Like that's just.
Oh, shift meal was killer.
What was?
Shift meal. You get a free meal on the shift. Oh,
nice.
it was the worst.
Or like the things that you would just make up that weren't on the menu because you could just put things together. Our big thing was when I worked at the restaurant in Marshall Fields. That's where I met my husband. And we would put everything in the deep fryer to see how it tasted.
You're not dating yourself.
I know, right? Yeah. How long is there? It's been since Marshall Fields has been around. Yeah.
At least it wasn't Hudson's.
We do not have a lid or a liddy.
Little. Yeah.
Kind of like an
I don't
Aldi.
know what that is.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Is it okay? So Aldi is also owned, or they're the two brothers. One brother is Trader Joe's, the other brother is Aldi. So I wonder, is there a third brother, or is that something different altogether? Because they have a lot of the same like products, or like they'll just be like private labeled for one brand or the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always kind of interesting.
That's funny because when I was working downstate, everybody loved their Trader Joe's.
I think Trader Joe's is pretty cool, but we don't have any near us.
I've never been to one.
Yeah, I mean they're like hours, like at least an hour away, I think, for all of us to get to.
I know Brit used to go to one all the time.
Really?
Yeah, when she would visit Austin.
Oh yeah.
Her brother-in-law, she would go there.
Sometimes it's just fun going to a different grocery store to like see what else. So like I like going to like when you're like on vacation, going into the grocery store.
Fun is different than mine.
Yeah.
You guys are like, so for fun, we do adventure, and for me, I go to grocery stores.
Yeah.
We are not.
I'm
the
a man
same.
on a mission when I'm in the grocery store.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
real.
I'm there, I get my stuff,
I'm like,
I'm out.
Let's go down every aisle and see what new foods there are.
I don't even go to the grocery
See,
store
I'm a
anymore.
super
I
impulsive.
order it.
I can't do that. I'm a super impulsive buyer though when it comes to like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
So I'll just
buy
be like
everything.
grabbing
Yeah.
stuff like, oh, that looks good.
So many
I gotta
people
stop.
just order their groceries anymore too.
I do.
See, I
It's
can't
great.
do that.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, for us, like Aldi, you're in and out in 20 minutes. Like it's kind of like we gamify it a little bit. Like, okay, look at the time when we leave the house. Now let's get through and get
Can
home.
we make it
you
back
know?
home in less than
Yeah.
40 minutes?
Yeah. Patty says, I don't like change. I think you guys would love. See, they would love Trader Joe's. I think so too. We haven't been to one in a while. And then Whole Foods is cool. It's just so expensive. Have you guys been to the? So we just got a Costco here in the last like couple of months. And so I went to the Costco and I thought it was pretty cool. But to me, honestly, I walked through and went, I can get this cheaper at Aldi. I can get this cheaper at Aldi. That was my whole mantra the entire time was like, Aldi prices are better. Why aren't we sponsored by Aldi? We talk about Aldi all the time.
I don't know.
Oh,
Just call them up.
yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Actually, they're German, right?
Yeah.
Guten Tag.
Yep.
All right. Well,
See, Patty's on the order groceries.
They
It's
still
great.
have the original store open in Germany that was like one of the only places standing after World War II.
oh, really? Aldi's?
Yeah. Yeah, a little grocery store.
That's the most random fact.
I saw it on the internet. You know how it is.
And if it's on the interwebs, it's true.
You know how it
So
is.
random.
The
So
story
I'm
of
on,
Aldi.
I'm on the
that's
Aldi like
crazy.
fan pages. Like
Are you really?
That's my
Oh,
deep
that's
love.
funny.
I'm also,
Have you bought the Aldi shoes and stuff they have yet?
I didn't buy the shoes. I do have an Aldi umbrella, and I do have Aldi socks.
I think they have the shoes over there right now.
You guys are wild.
Nice.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, so since I'm on the Aldi pages, people will go when they visit other countries. It's like a whole thing to go to the Aldis in different countries to see what they're like, and they have like big
Bye,
bakery programs and stuff. Yeah, he always ends us. I appreciate that. But it's really
It's like
cool
the
to see what
Wrap It
they
Up music
have
box.
and how different they are in other countries. You know, because you can just get like fresh bread and all kinds of delicious stuff. But yeah, all right. Well, we'll take off now for the week, but hope you had fun tasting coffee.
And
It's always
watching
a
us
fun
do
thing.
horrible job at guessing them except for Logan.
Yeah.
Well, I only got one.
Yeah. You know, it's different all the time. And to be fair too, once they cool down, their flavors change a lot too. And I brew these a little bit beforehand. So, all right. Well, you guys have, oh, wow. Okay. Great rest of your week. Oh, actually, can you get that? Because I can't quite find that. Thank you. And
Bye,
we will-
everyone.
We
Bye.
will see you next time. Maybe the girls will be here.